We're over here in Salinas in the back street, getting ready to do a little shopping. I'm going to do some comparison here in the little touristy. There's a little tiny touristy store. It's not even half the size of a Dollar General. But even so, it's got a lot of variety for people that are gluten-free. Of course, we go into detail on the gluten-free thing in our Better Health, Better Life book. We've never been staunch advocates of gluten-free. We don't mind gluten-free. It's okay. What's really interesting is that there's lots of variety of flours here. We're going to show you in a minute. They've got a bunch of flours here. We've got, looks like soy flour, not a very large pack right here for 82 cents. What else do we have here? Hola, buenas tardes. ¿La mochica? Sí, sí. Sí, ¿dónde? ¿Esa es mochica? Es pinol. Pinol. Es, machica, no mochica. Disculpe. Alright, so this machica product, 54 cents. This is toasted barley ground up into a flour, which is pretty amazing because it's got a slight sweetness to it. So that's something I'm going to use. I'm going to make, guys, I'm going to make sugar-free, wheat-free, lard-free brownies, chocolate brownies. And this is what I'm going to put in it, the machica. Oh, the family likes it. Taste, test, passed.
Was this made out of beans, Dad?
Angelo hasn't said anything yet.
It's not very sweet.
What's it made out of?
Very sweet. Brownies are better, not that sweet.
It's really good, though.
Did you put baking powder in it, hon?
No.
So they rise? Oh. Huh.
I thought it was actually pretty sweet.
I do too. It's perfect. Any sweeter would be too sweet.
Yes, it is.
Is this all there is?
Or is there more?
Nope. This is it. But they also have, what is this? This is polenta, so that's corn. Polenta, 54 cents. I don't know if you can see how many grams that is. This is the more finely ground corn. Interesting. Señor, disculpe. No conozco qué es piñol. ¿Es lo mismo grano? ¿Es lo mismo grano que la machica?
Sí,
Pero tostado un poco más, por eso que es más oscuro.
exactamente.
Ah, ¿es dulce?
Es dulce. O si, si no le gusta, pues azúcar.
Pero
Digo, más azúcar también.
más azúcar de la
Más
machica. Ah, okay. So it wasn't clear. I think he said that they give it the flour different names and they do a blend with it. This is still toasted barley. Look, there's another brand of machica. But this piñol here on the coast, because I didn't see this in Cuenca, the piñol is the same grain as the machica, the toasted barley, but it has more sugar in it and it's toasted longer. That's why it's darker. So that's interesting. So you've got this machica and that machica.
Hold on, I'll cut it in three. Do you want some more, Alex?
No.
I'll cut it in half. You want share Angelo's that he's not eating one?
Sure.
That's stuff. That's really kind of strong.
It's pretty strong and sweet, yeah. Pretty rich.
I mean, it's chocolate. It's why it's beans, but
Here, hon. Thanks for making it, hon. You make it anytime you want.
Yeah, well, I'm going to have to get to know some bee farmers. This is rice flour right here. Rice, 100% gluten-free. And I know they have plantain flour
Here's,
somewhere.
Banana and soy flour.
Banana and soy flour.
Yeah.
So there's no shortage of variety of flours. But by the way, a product I really like, it's still sugar, but it's 100% whole and natural cane right here. You see how dark and natural it is? It's just like a block. This other stuff in the packages is a product that is appearing to be similar to this, but is more processed and not as natural. So this is not as good as that. I think this is even more variety in flowers than in Panama City, wasn't it? Seems like I don't recall Panama City having this many. They did have some, but for the fact that this is a tiny little store. Today I'm going to make chocolate brownie. It's going to be wheat-free, sugar-free, but of course it's going to have fresh, natural cocoa in it and raw honey, so it's going to be yummy, yummy. So I still like the raw honey, which is another product that's really hard to get in Ecuador. There are farmers, but the demand is much higher than the supply, and then they end up on these gringo lists. I don't mean anything by that, guys. I'm just saying this is what happens. I'm just reporting. And then the price doesn't stay the same. For example, I started buying raw honey. There was one store that was selling natural raw honey, but it was on a list. I knew it, but I didn't have another source, so I started buying it at $5 a jar. These are small jars, guys. These are not the big 32-ounce jars we're used to. Small jar, I don't know how many ounces, about that tall, that round. Started out at $5. Within a few months, it went to $6.50, which when you do the math and you multiply that by the larger size jars we're used to, you're paying U.S. prices, and that makes no sense to me, guys. No sense. And it's all because of the lack of abundant supply. I used to buy everything from farmers. I used to get my raw honey in 5-gallon buckets from farmers. I once found a farmer that was a retired fellow with some acreage that was a hobby farmer and did honey, and he ended up doing a kind of a dark honey. I like dark honeys. They're more substantial in nutrients. They have a more robust flavor, and they're very good. Sometimes fruity. The honey is fruity, depending on the crop. I was able to get a super deal on it. I got so much honey that before I left I had to give it away. I gave away gallons and gallons of free honey before I left. And now I've come here and pay retail U.S. prices, not the prices I was paying from the farmer.